Finally. Almost a year ago, on Friday, July 18th, it could have been the best day of my life. I left early in the morning, a house that we just moved in with our husband and 3 kids. It was a beautiful, sunny day, promising a perfect weekend, and it was the end of my creative brainchild and my dream, a 5-day biotechnology summer camp for kids, which was finalizing at Vilnius University Life Science Center. Yet, when I received an email from google.org that we have been rewarded with $250,000 to teach 1,000 primary school teachers in Lithuania, I nearly puked. I had no idea where I will get energy, stamina, or will to do what we promised. I was stuck in my own life. I felt stuck in my relationships, in my body. I was stuck at my work, and it was quite hard to accept the reality that I was the bottleneck of my own life. I was the one who was not willing to change. I was the one who was scared to answer big questions. I was the one who was actually trapped by productivity. I thought if I'll just do more and more and more, if I'll just do more than everyone else, all my flaws and insecurities, or the questions that are left behind when you're on the run, will just simply solve themselves out. I trusted that productivity will bring me limitless will. I'll just keep doing, raising 3 kids, making a business, I'll just be fantastic. I thought that if I be less, I'll just able to do more. And I tried many things to cheat biology. Sleeping hacks, ways to hack your food, to eat healthy, sleep on a regime, have these all devices that track your heart rate, etc., just to forget that I'm just a human. And for me, productivity was simply a highway to perfection. To perfection, which gave me a delusional sense of control. That I can control whatever I do, and my focus towards results. And when I accepted the reality, I also had to accept that in the age of productivity, I'm simply useless. So the big question was, where do I begin? And the thing that actually saved me, not maybe the first time in my life, was curiosity. As one crazy guy, who I love him for his cheeky smile and always messy hair, once said, I have no special talent. I'm simply passionately curious. That's where I took my curiosity to one topic that I'm really interested in, neuroscience. And I thought, what can brain tell me about it? It turns out that curiosity is fuel to anyone's brain. As soon as you get to your brain a question, what if, or sense something you want to achieve, it goes directly to your middle brain. So curiosity activates 2 parts, and the main one is the middle brain. I had no idea what this part does, but apparently, middle brain is responsible for everything you want. Everything. Anything, anytime. You want to go to the toilet? Middle brain. You want to be a first unicorn? Middle brain. And that's where curiosity is the main influencer. And it turns out that the cognitive reward you get from finding out a very difficult academical solution for the brain is exactly the same as getting an extrinsic reward. For example, an ice cream that you wanted, basically if you wanted to buy yourself a new dress, or if you wanted, I don't know, to scratch yourself because you felt itchy. Curiosity for the brain is always that little itch inside you, the itch to fulfill your curiosity, to answer the question. And to add more, the most fantastic thing that I loved about curiosity and how it works in the brain is that curiosity makes your memory stick. Because as soon as you activate your middle brain, there's one part on the other side of the brain called the hippocampus, which is responsible for storing your memory. So whenever you're open up to curiosity, whenever you're curious about something, and you're learning and going through the process, your memory is like a whirlpool. It just turns and turns and turns and sucks everything into your brain. And suddenly you don't know how you remember that information because you were chasing another thing, but your brain was so active that it took everything in. And the main thing here is that we all need or can stimulate curiosity ahead of learning, achieving, changing, pursuing our idea. Because curiosity is enabling your biology to start and finish. It's our innate source that we keep forgetting because, curiosity, whatever, let's do something. And in my opinion, curiosity is the beginning of any journey you start, of any, even the simplest journey as changing your habit that you are very tired of, or making a movement to teach Lithuanian kids creative technology. And the question is not if you are curious. The question you should ask yourself is, how are you curious? And when I looked at the main skills that World Economic Forum is expecting us to need in 10, 20 years, and looked closely to them, I thought, okay, is it only me thinking that curiosity is the main initiator of any of these? You want to understand something deeply? You need critical thinking? Start with curiosity. Curiosity for another human is called empathy. Curiosity to finish something is called resilience. Curiosity to finish solving a problem, also curiosity. Curiosity to own something and make it something your own is also started with curiosity. And also, it's a main thing if you want to enjoy continuous learning that we all are talking about a lot these days. And as another crazy human who passed away 3 years ago and who was predicting smartphones in the late 70s, Alvin Toffler said, "The illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read or write. It will be those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn." And that's why I believe curiosity is more crucial than ever. Yet, when I was thinking, what is stopping our inner curiosity? We all have it. We all been children who were interested in everything. Where did it all end? Why do we are all so nervous and anxious when we become curious? And my answer to myself was trust. To trust is to leave space. Space for failure, space for exploration, space for life. And usually we're afraid of that space. And that's where productivity creeps in. I'll send some emails, few more calls, few more meetings, etc., etc. And suddenly you forget what you were curious about and you jump on the productivity. So I thought, okay, if I'm curious about the world, what can I learn if I become curious about myself? What my body, my mind can tell me and teach me. And it took me to a final and amazing revelation, which happened in the middle of a year, which was, I am limited. I am limited, and it's the best thing that could have happened to me, because I have a limited body, I have limited hours, I have limited skills, I have limited time, yet in these limitations, I can protect myself, trust, and give space for my curiosity to thrive. So I put myself in review. I treated every discomfort I felt in my body as an itch of curiosity, finding out where it's coming from, what it is telling me. I was curious about my body clues, irritations. Where is the anger coming from? Where do I get ease? Whether I'm tired or thirsty or hungry, and not trying to avoid discomfort, instead using it as my guiding to learn more about myself. I took it that to my relationships, my body, my work, and my life, and simply became interested in myself. And I was less sensitive to the fast pace of the world around me. I changed self-control to self-care, because if I can't take care of myself, productivity will take me back again to the breakdown. And I was very uncomfortable to begin with, to be more and do less. And to be honest, the last year was the least productive year in my life. I haven't done a lot of working hours, I haven't sent a lot of emails, I didn't do millions of meetings. I was very slow and patient to myself as much as possible. Yet, it was the most creative year in my life as well, finding solutions to problems I avoided, finding solutions to changes I didn't have the energy to proceed with, because I simply lacked willpower and gave everything to it. This is a little poem I wrote to myself when in London, in between the trips. I was traveling to Web Summit in Portugal, which was a horrible event for me because I was so tired, I didn't want to speak to anyone. And I told to myself, just, my tired woman, look up, be the source and the boundary. And that helped me to trust myself again, and took me to understanding that creativity actually is trust in advance. If you wanted to create something, you need that space, inner trust to accomplish something, change, innovation. And I have this spiral, which says that everything starts with the curiosity, with the question, 1, 2, small, big, and it leads you to a revelation, change, innovation, creation, product. And what I believe is that whenever you're curious, and the brain is supporting me on that, is that you take action, even the slightest action. You send an email and you start going on a curve. Suddenly, when you're in the middle of the road, aha moment comes to you. You realize, oh yeah, that one, another amazing idea. And you suddenly go up, and you're all around the place thinking, this is it, I've made it. And then you hit reality. When you hit reality, it's usually when you stop. Because in the loop, there is the space that you are protecting yourself from. The space where discomfort is welcoming you. And you give that space to productivity. Instead of slowly going down and colliding back again with your curiosity and make another action to move forwards, because you never know how many loops you will need to get to the innovation and change you are seeking. So, July was awful. This June is amazing because the grant we received helped us to start a pilot, and we started a movement, Teachers Lead Tech, where we'll be training 1,000 primary school teachers who teach 20,000 kids in any school in Lithuania. So if you have amazing teachers, send them the link. And the thing we actually teach them is confidence, that they are important in 21st century, skills, so they know how to create a mobile app prototype, or create a VR world, or know how to teach a basic neural network of artificial intelligence. And we provide them with content, so they don't have to give more time and bring it to the kids in any school. But what lies behind that, behind that beautiful picture of everyone smiling, is that we trust them in advance. We trust their creativity and their passion and their love for the kids, that when they accomplish this journey, they will start playing together with the kids in the classrooms. And this quote, I left it in Lithuanian because it changes a lot when you translate it, is one of the teachers wrote after the 3-month mentorship program is, I am able to integrate IT, informational technologies, into my classroom. And I'm the only one that cool in my school. And it was a huge achievement for her and for us. And what we do at bit&Byte is actually we're setting up a meeting point where kids 7 to 12 usually can meet their curiosity, and they can actually fuel their curiosity with the best tools of 21st century, where they can understand the reality and no one is shouting, we're afraid, we don't know. We welcome them, and we help teachers and mentors invite them for a date and grow a new generation of creative technologists. So yeah, if you're working in tech, anything you do, you can join our vast team of mentors who work in different levels with different groups of people, kids, teachers, volunteers, or you become a partner and help us do more amazing things for kids, like Monika from Wix did. We did a nice web hackathon in their office where kids invited their parents. In 1.5 hours, they created their first pages for their ideas, web pages for their ideas around Lithuania 4.0, how they see innovative Lithuania, safe Lithuania, thriving Lithuania. And yeah, my simple tip here is take your curiosity seriously. Whatever they told you at school, whatever your mom, dad, grandma, or your neighbor said, take your curiosity seriously. It's something that creates you. Thank you.